The year was 2005, and a sitcom quietly appeared on television that would soon become one of the most beloved comedy series of its generation. How I Met Your Mother wasn't just about dating disasters or legendary nights at McLaren's pub. It was about friendship, growing up, and the messy, unpredictable journey toward love. For 9 seasons, fans followed Ted, Barney, Robin, Marshall, and Lily through heartbreak, ambition, and unforgettable adventures. But behind the laughter and legendary catchphrases, the real lives of the actors were sometimes just as surprising as the stories on screen. From personal struggles and unexpected challenges to career reinventions and life-changing moments behind the scenes. Today, we're taking a nostalgic look at what really happened to the cast of How I Met Your Mother and where life has taken them since the show ended. Before we begin, tell us in the comments who your favorite character was. Was it Ted, the hopeless romantic? Barney, the legendary suit-wearing mastermind? Robin, the fearless journalist? Marshall, the loyal best friend? Or Lily, the bold and unpredictable artist? Premiering in 2005, How I Met Your Mother quickly became one of the defining sitcoms of the late 2000s. Created by Carter Bays and Craig Thomas, the show used a storytelling style that felt unique for its time. Each episode was framed through the voice of future Ted Mosby, who was telling his children the long and complicated story of how he met their mother. But along the way, viewers fell in love with much more than that final mystery. They fell in love with the group. Ted, the hopeless romantic architect searching for destiny. Marshall, the loyal and endlessly kind best friend who always believed in doing the right thing. Lily, the passionate artist who wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Robin Scherbatsky, the ambitious journalist who balanced independence with hidden vulnerability. And Barney Stinson, the sharply dressed playboy whose outrageous confidence and legendary catchphrases made him one of the most unforgettable characters in sitcom history. Across 9 seasons and more than 200 episodes, their lives became part of pop culture. But when the series finally ended in 2014, the story didn't stop there. Because once the cameras stopped rolling, the actors behind these characters stepped into very different journeys of their own. Allison Hannigan had already built an impressive career long before she ever stepped into McLaren's pub as Lily Aldrin. Many viewers first discovered her in the late 1990s as Willow Rosenberg in the cult hit series Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Her transformation from a shy, awkward student into a powerful witch made Willow one of the most beloved characters of that era. At the same time, Hannigan became a pop culture sensation through the American Pie film series, where she played Michelle, the band camp student whose awkward honesty delivered one of the most unforgettable lines in comedy movie history. So when How I Met Your Mother premiered in 2005, Allison Hannigan was already one of the most recognizable faces in the cast. As Lily Aldrin, she brought warmth, humor, and emotional depth to the group. Lily was passionate, outspoken, and fiercely loyal to her friends, especially her husband Marshall. Whether she was offering blunt advice, secretly manipulating situations to help her friends, or navigating the ups and downs of marriage, Hannigan made the character feel real and relatable. Behind the scenes, Allison's real life was also evolving during the show's run. She married actor Alexis Denisof, whom she had met years earlier on the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Their relationship quickly became one of the most admired and stable marriages in Hollywood. During the years filming How I Met Your Mother, Hannigan also became a mother. Balancing the demanding schedule of a hit television show with raising children wasn't easy. But she often spoke about how supportive the cast and crew were during that time. The set became almost like a second family. After the show ended in 2014, Hannigan chose a slightly different path from some of her co-stars. Rather than chasing constant high-profile acting roles, she focused more on family life while taking on projects that felt meaningful and fun. She appeared as the host of the television magic competition show Penn and Teller, Fool Us, bringing her natural humor and warmth to a completely different kind of audience. Years later, she surprised fans again by joining Dancing with the Stars, where viewers saw a playful and energetic side of her personality that many hadn't expected. Today, Allison Hannigan remains one of the most beloved members of the How I Met Your Mother cast. While her life has been relatively free from the dramatic scandals that often follow Hollywood stars, her steady career, lasting marriage, and dedication to family have made her story quietly inspiring. When How I Met Your Mother first began, Josh Radnor was the least known member of the main cast. While his co-stars already had recognizable careers, Radnor was still a relatively new face in Hollywood. But that quickly changed. As Ted Mosby, Radnor became the emotional center of the entire series. The show was built around Ted's story as he looked back from the future and told his children the long, complicated journey of how he met their mother. Ted Mosby was a dreamer, an architect who believed deeply in love, destiny, and the idea that somewhere out there was the person he was meant to be with. Through failed relationships, awkward dates, and moments of personal growth, viewers watched Ted slowly learn what love really meant. Over 9 seasons, Radnor carried one of television's most unique narrative roles, as both the central character and the storyteller guiding the audience. His performance helped shape the tone and emotional heart of the entire series. Yet when the show ended in 2014, Radnor made a surprising decision about the direction of his career. Instead of immediately chasing another major television role, he turned toward more personal, creative projects. Radnor had always been interested in writing and directing, and he began focusing more on independent filmmaking. He wrote and directed films like Happy Thank You More Please and Liberal Arts, both of which explored thoughtful themes about relationships, identity, and personal growth. These projects allowed him to step away from the fast-paced world of sitcom television and express a more introspective side of his creativity. Radnor also developed a passion for music. He formed a folk-inspired musical duo called Radnor and Lee, performing songs that reflected his philosophical and reflective outlook on life. In addition to acting and music, Radnor has become known for discussing topics like creativity, mindfulness, and storytelling through podcasts, speaking events, and writing. While many actors spend years trying to escape the shadow of their most famous role, Radnor has approached it with humility. Ted Mosby remains one of the most recognizable romantic characters in television history, and Radnor continues to embrace the impact that role had on millions of viewers. For fans of How I Met Your Mother, he will always be the hopeful architect sitting in a booth at McLaren's pub, telling a story that lasted nearly a decade. But in real life, his own journey has continued to unfold in thoughtful and unexpected ways. Neil Patrick Harris delivered one of the most unforgettable performances in the entire series as Barney Stinson, the sharply dressed, endlessly confident womanizer who somehow managed to steal nearly every scene he appeared in. With his perfectly tailored suits, outrageous pickup strategies, and legendary catchphrases, Barney quickly became one of the most iconic characters in modern sitcom history. But long before he ever told anyone to suit up, Neil Patrick Harris had already lived through several chapters of fame. In the late 1980s, Harris became a household name as the teenage genius doctor in the television series Doogie Howser, MD. At just 16 years old, he was suddenly the lead of a major network show. The role made him a star almost overnight and introduced him to millions of viewers. However, early fame can sometimes become a challenge for young actors. After Doogie Howser ended, Harris spent many years trying to break away from the image of the teenage prodigy audiences had grown used to seeing. Hollywood struggled to imagine him in new types of roles, and for a time, his career slowed down. Rather than disappearing, Harris turned to theater, voice acting, and smaller television projects, gradually proving that he had far more range than people expected. A major turning point came in 2004 when he appeared in the comedy film Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Playing an exaggerated and wildly inappropriate version of himself, Harris shocked audiences with a bold and hilarious performance that completely shattered his old image. That moment helped open the door for his casting as Barney Stinson in 2005. Once How I Met Your Mother began, Harris quickly became the breakout star of the series. Barney's outrageous personality, endless confidence, and ridiculous schemes made him a fan favorite almost immediately. Catchphrases like "suit up," "legendary," and the infamous "playbook" became part of pop culture, and Barney's character arc slowly revealed deeper emotional layers beneath the comedy. Outside of the show, Harris also became an important voice for representation in Hollywood. In 2006, he publicly came out as gay, becoming one of the most high-profile actors in the industry to do so at the time. His openness and honesty were widely praised and helped make him a powerful symbol of LGBTQ visibility in mainstream entertainment. His success extended far beyond sitcom television. Harris became one of the most celebrated award show hosts of his generation, leading the Tony Awards multiple times and even hosting the Academy Awards. His charisma, humor, and stage presence made him a natural performer for live audiences. At the same time, he continued performing on Broadway, proving that his talents stretched far beyond comedy alone. Today, Neil Patrick Harris is widely regarded as one of the most versatile entertainers in modern Hollywood. Actor, singer, host, and producer, his career has traveled an extraordinary path from child star to global television icon. And for millions of fans, no matter what new roles he takes on in the future, he will always be remembered as the legendary Barney Stinson, the man who taught the world that sometimes the best solution to any problem is simple. Suit up. What moment from How I Met Your Mother made you laugh the most? Was it Barney's outrageous plays, Marshall's hilarious songs, or the unforgettable slap bet? Tell us in the comments. Jason Segel became the emotional heart of How I Met Your Mother through his role as Marshall Erickson, the kind-hearted lawyer whose loyalty and optimism made him one of the most lovable characters in the entire series. Marshall was the friend who always believed in doing the right thing, the husband who adored Lily, and the big, soft-hearted giant who could turn even the most ridiculous moment into something sincere and funny. But Segel's journey to that role had not been easy. Years before How I Met Your Mother began, Segel had appeared in the cult television series Freaks and Geeks. Although the show lasted only one season, it later became legendary for launching the careers of many comedy stars. Segel's performance as the awkward drummer Nick Andopoulos showed his natural comedic charm. But when the series was canceled, his future in Hollywood suddenly became uncertain. For several years, Segel struggled to find a role that truly matched his talent. Like many actors from short-lived cult shows, he faced the challenge of trying to prove himself again in an industry that moves quickly. That changed in 2005 when he was cast as Marshall Erickson. Throughout 9 seasons, Segel brought warmth, humor, and emotional depth to the character. Marshall wasn't just the funny friend. He was the moral center of the group, navigating love, career struggles, and adulthood alongside his friends. While working on the show, Segel was also building a successful career in film. In 2008, he wrote and starred in the romantic comedy Forgetting Sarah Marshall, a movie that became both a critical and commercial hit. The film revealed Siegel's surprising talent as a writer and helped establish him as one of the most creative voices in comedy. But behind that success, Siegel also spoke openly about the challenges that came with sudden fame. At times, he struggled with loneliness and the pressures of Hollywood life, experiences that he later channeled into his creative work. After How I Met Your Mother ended, Siegel began exploring more serious acting roles. One of his most praised performances came in the film The End of the Tour, where he portrayed legendary author David Foster Wallace. The role surprised many viewers and critics, proving that Siegel's talent extended far beyond sitcom comedy. In recent years, he has continued to expand his career with projects that blend humor, emotion, and thoughtful storytelling.
Even as his career evolves, fans still remember him best as Marshall Erickson, the character who reminded everyone that kindness and loyalty could still be the strongest traits a person could have. Cobie Smulders entered How I Met Your Mother as Robin Scherbatsky, the fiercely independent journalist whose sharp wit and emotional complexity made her one of the most unique characters in the show. Robin was ambitious, confident, and often hilariously blunt. Yet beneath her tough exterior, the series slowly revealed deeper vulnerabilities, especially when it came to relationships and family. For Smulders, the role would become a life-changing opportunity. Originally from Vancouver, Canada, she began her career as a model before deciding to pursue acting. In the early 2000s, she appeared in small television roles, slowly building experience while trying to break into Hollywood. When she was cast as Robin Scherbatsky in 2005, it became her first major breakthrough. But while her career was rising, Smulders was facing a frightening challenge behind the scenes. At just 25 years old, during the early seasons of How I Met Your Mother, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Doctors discovered multiple tumors that required immediate surgery. For a young actress whose career was only just beginning, the diagnosis was devastating. Over the following years, Smulders underwent several surgeries as doctors worked to remove the cancer, while also trying to preserve her ability to have children. The process was physically exhausting and emotionally difficult. Yet during much of this time, fans had no idea what she was going through. Smulders continued filming the show, often keeping her health battle private so that she could maintain a sense of normalcy while working alongside the cast. Eventually, after years of treatment and recovery, she was declared cancer-free. Her career soon expanded even further. Smulders joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Agent Maria Hill, appearing alongside some of Hollywood's biggest stars in blockbuster films. The role introduced her to a global audience, far beyond sitcom television. Outside of acting, Smulders has also become an advocate for cancer awareness. By sharing her story publicly, she has helped encourage early detection and support for women facing similar diagnoses. Looking back today, her journey remains one of the most powerful, real-life stories connected to the cast of How I Met Your Mother. Robin Scherbatsky was known for her strength and independence, and in many ways, the woman who played her turned out to be just as strong. More than a decade after its finale, How I Met Your Mother remains one of the most beloved sitcoms of the modern era. For millions of fans, it was never just a comedy about dating disasters or crazy nights at McLaren's pub. At its heart, the show was about friendship, growing older, and learning that life rarely follows the plans we carefully make. Across 9 seasons, viewers watched these characters chase love, face heartbreak, build careers, and slowly discover who they were truly meant to become. Ted searched for destiny. Barney learned what love really meant. Marshall and Lily built a life together, and Robin followed her own path. And while the actors behind these characters have all moved on to new chapters in their lives, the memories they created together
continue to live on. Because in the end, How I Met Your Mother was never just about meeting the mother. It was about the journey that brought everyone there. If How I Met Your Mother was part of your life growing up, tell us in the comments who your favorite character was. And don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgic cast then and now stories from your favorite classic TV shows.